Hello everyone, my name is Cherise Maikatan and I'm here to show you my assessment number 5 from our subject Foundation in Business Analytics. Therefore, using RapidMiner as our analytical tool, I will demonstrate to you how I clean the data in this assessment. So in this assessment, you must have your own data set. So in this case, I have a breast cancer data set. So to import the data, so import data, then click my computer, then find your data set in these folders. So this is my data set, breast cancer. Then just click next. So here you can see the records. Next, next. Then to store the data, so click the local repository, then click data, then click finish. So here's your data. So go to design, then drag our data, and you must connect this to our result. So as you may have seen, our dataset contains inconsistent and missing values. So uh, we want to replace some of these values. So we will go to our operators, then type replace missing values, then drag this. To your attribute filter type, select single, then attribute. So we want to replace the missing values. So we'll select the attribute, let's say status, then the default to click value. Then for our replenishment value, so we want to type in, because as you may have seen on the result, we have missing values on the status. So go back to the design, then replenishment value alive, then click run. Now you have uh, no missing values in the status. Next is sample operator. So the example operator focuses on the number of examples and class distribution in the resultant sample. So in our operator, um, here's the sample operator, then drag it on our process. In our parameter, so sample, we will select relative. So we select relative. So if the sample parameter is set to relative, the sample is created as a fraction of the total number of examples. So in our sample ratio, so for example, we want to get the 50%. So type 0.5, then run. So before we have 50 examples, and as we use the sample operator, we have now 25 examples. So again, as you have may seen on our data is not yet clean now. We still have missing values. Again, go back to design, then replace missing value, then drag it on our process. Then again, attribute filter type single, then attribute. So we want to replace. So let's say end stage, then default. select it by value, then replenishment value. So, okay, as you may have seen in our end stage, most of it are N1. So go back to our design, then replenishment value N1, then run. We have now N1 on our missing values. And again, go back to our design. Again, replace missing values. Because we still have missing values in A stage. So we have two missing values in A stage. So go back to design, then attribute filter type, so single, then attribute, so A stage, default, select value, then replenishment value, so regional, then run. We have no missing value on A stage. Again, our data is still not clean because in our attribute 6 stage, we have one missing value and one inconsistent data. So go back to design. Let's just move this here. Then again, replace missing value. Then attribute filter type, again single. Then attribute 6 stage. Then value. So as you have noticed, most of the record are A. Then click run here. So we only have one inconsistent data in 6 stage. So to do that, we will use replace operator. Replace, drag it. Then for attribute filter type single, enter value. So 6 stage. So we want to replace, sorry. So we want to replace this 100. Want to replace this 100. So that 100 replaced by 8. So click run. And there you go. We don't have any inconsistent data. And we can say that this data is clean because we don't have missing values and inconsistent data. So to save this process, so click File, then Save Process As, then click on your local repository, then click the folder Processes, then type in your the name of this process, and that's it. So that's how I clean the data using this RapidMiner.